Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Maxity Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start the show off the same way we start every show off, with a little bit of gratitude. I want to thank everybody at home for tuning in today. It truly means the world to me that you are spending the time with us, because I know you could be doing a million other things. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cotton, me loves? You're listening to the Maxity Morning Show.
All right. I've been looking forward to this show all week. I've known this lady for a while. We've definitely spent some time together in the store, but I've never actually really had an opportunity to chat with her. And so that's what this show's all about, me chatting with people. As you know, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than I. So on that note, how are you doing? And can you please introduce yourself to everybody at home?
I sure can. I am Angela Smith, and I am co-owner of Lifeforce Herbal Healing Centre.
Very cool. There we go. What happens at Lifeforce, first and foremost?
Everything happens at Lifeforce.
Okay.
Healing, spirituality. I don't know. Just everyone taking care of everyone.
There we go. I like it. Now, before we start talking about Lifeforce, we got to talk about your hands for a second. I only have one on right now, but I'm a big fan of rings. And I noticed as soon as you walked in, you got a lot of rings on.
Yes, we do sell a lot of beautiful jewelry at Lifeforce as well.
Is that where you get all your rings from?
Most of them.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Lifeforce. Yeah, we have so much jewelry at Lifeforce.
I didn't know that.
You don't?
No.
Well, we do. We have all kinds of rings, pendants, everything, chains.
Okay.
Lots of beautiful stuff.
Didn't know that. Now I come in there to get all my vitamins.
Yeah.
I see you guys have lots of like stones and crystals and stuff. Yes. And you bought us a diffuser. Thank you very much for the kind gift. And you brought us some spray to like make people a little bit less nervous.
A bit of zen.
There you go. But I didn't know you had jewelry.
Yeah, we have tons of jewelry. We sell so much jewelry.
Oh, okay. Well, next time I come in, you're going to have to help me with that.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find nice rings.
Oh, we've got tons and tons of rings.
Okay. Well, Tanner, get ready for some rings on the show.
We'll just have to ring it up.
There we go. Okay, so this is a family-owned business.
Yes, absolutely.
Your mom, we'll just call her Kate, because that's what you call her too.
Yeah.
She was in already. So we have a little bit of history in regards to how the store started, and it's been passed down. Well, all generations work in it. Your daughter works in the store. Both of them work in the store with you. There you go.
Very blessed.
How did you get involved? Let me hear your starting story with Lifeforce.
Well, we were downtown, which we used to be beside Taco Time, which is no longer there on Franklin Ave.
That's right.
So I think
Rest in peace, Taco Time.
Yeah, I think the Taste of the Orient maybe is still there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in that strip mall.
Right.
Yeah, it was a smaller store. My grandmother was running it, and so I decided to work there for her, and then she sent me to do an aromatherapy course in Calgary, which I did, and then we just went from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started working there?
I honestly don't know.
Teenager or in your 20s?
No, I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
Early 20s, probably, yeah.
Okay. Now you've been in Fort McMurray forever.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if you were born here, but you were definitely raised here.
I was moved here when I was 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So prior to Lifeforce, did you have any fun and interesting jobs?
Well, I worked at Marianne Lakes because that was a family-owned business as well. So that was
neat.
Fun, I suppose.
Yeah?
Maybe too much fun.
Yeah? So Mariana Lakes, what did you guys do out there? What was the business?
Well, it was a restaurant, a bar.
I remember.
And we had a 200-person camp there.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah. So there was a lot of fun happening there and a lot of hard work.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
work
work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So when we left that in the past, it was kind of a good thing, and then we moved on to something more healthy.
Yeah, healthy and productive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not that it wasn't. It was good out there too, but it was a lot of hard work, and it was a different lifestyle.
That's right. Like my background prior to doing all this fun stuff is oil and gas. So I was human resources. So I was the one having to deal with the aftermath of the fun that used to take place.
Yeah.
But I worked for a company early in my 20s, and all the guys were talking about being in camp, and they used to stay in rig camps.
Right.
So not the nice the camps that you have out here, executive camps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 1 week, like I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to live in camp with you guys. And they're like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to live in camp. So I went and I lived in a rig camp for a week. It's interesting.
I'd say that's what our camp was like.
It's
probably.
interesting. Yeah. So I liked it. I don't know if I could do it forever. Some of these guys, literally, that's their lifestyle.
Yeah, we would get the same guys in every winter for like years and years. So we'd always know the people that were coming.
That's right. Becomes a family.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd be waiting for the camp guys to come back and open up, and they kind of would become like your family. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the camps was the cooks.
Yeah.
The cooks were always like the most interesting individuals. You're just like, where did you find this person from, for one? But the food they would make would be off the chain.
Yeah, there was always interesting people that worked out there for us, for sure.
Okay, so you worked part-time job. That's an interesting first-time part-time job.
It was not part-time. I worked
full-time.
I worked hard there.
Yeah.
14 days in a row.
And so what was your role out there?
Oh, bartender, waitress.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I'd pump gas. But
Wow.
I would work lots, like 14 days in a row of like 15-hour shifts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get a few off and then go back to it.
There you go. So then you transitioned to Fort McMurray.
Yeah, so I was in Fort McMurray.
Right.
So that was just, yeah, it was a time that we spent out there. But
Yeah.
I was always back and forth because my grandmother lived in Fort McMurray and I would stay with her.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so then I ended up working for her, and then so then it was her, myself, and my mom.
Right.
Yeah, and then a few staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you guys, that was when you were downtown. Now you guys have moved up to Thickwood. You had both stores for a bit, but now
Yes, for a little bit.
now it's just primarily Thickwood. Well, it's hard to have two businesses in two different locations.
It didn't work.
No. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I'd say Thickwood is a much
Our
better
location is
now.
so much, it's a better location totally.
You guys have a great location right
do.
now. Like being in the heart of Thickwood,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
We're fortunate.
Yeah, and you've been there for a bit.
Well, 21 years.
Yeah.
I know, because we moved up there when I was 9 months pregnant with my son, and he's 21. So.
And now you have 3 children.
Yeah.
And so what are the ages of these children?
21, 20, and 17.
So you're almost done.
No. I think I'll never be done.
Right. That is the thing. I have some friends who decided, I had a child late in my life. I didn't have Keegan. I think I was 31 years old when he was born. Yeah. So some of my friends had kids like
if
early
you ask
20s.
me what I do for a living, I would say I'm a mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
And so they said they wanted kids early because then they'd be done with it. They'd be like, yeah, by the time they turn 18, I'll still be like 40 something or whatnot. It's like, okay. But I'm getting older now. I'm 38 years old. Celebrated a birthday a month or two back. My mom is still taking care of me. Like my mom and dad still have to put up with me. They still worry about me. Like when you're a parent, you're never done.
No.
I took my kid skiing. I had this fantasy of like my son being an X Games superstar. I used to like to skateboard. I still snowboard from time to time. So I'm like, oh yeah, my kid's gonna be like the next Tony Hawk. And I took him skiing a few weeks ago, and every time he fell, the feeling in my stomach, I literally would keel over and hold my stomach. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I hope he doesn't want to become an X Games superstar.
Right?
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
So you do a few different services at Lifeforce. So like you specialize in personally. What are those?
Aromatherapy would probably be my top one, but I have a few different blends there. Cold and flu blend was the first one that I ever made, and that was probably 20 years ago, and it was very, very popular.
Okay.
Before COVID.
That's right.
Yes, before COVID. Now it's a big seller, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Our anxiety aid is a very big seller. Our Om Yoga coming out with a new one here shortly called Energize, which I love.
Yeah. So fill me in on this aromatherapy thing, because like I see you with all these, I'm going to call them potions as far as it looks like to me, and you're mixing things together and whatnot. It looks fascinating to me, and obviously you have to have you need to know what you're doing and a sense of smell. Like it's more than just smell. So explain aromatherapy to me, because I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, aromatherapy is more of a feeling that you get from the different essences that you're blending with.
Okay.
You can create different feelings and emotions depending on which ones you're using and whatever you're attracted to too as well. So if you're more of a floral person, then you would be attracted more to those kinds of smells. I'm an earthy person, so I like earthy smells.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've created the blends that we have.
Right.
And now my girls, I'm fortunate, they both work for us at Lifeforce, which I love.
Yeah.
Now they do all the mixing for me.
Okay.
So I make everything by the liter, and then they turn it into sprays, 10 ml bottles, or roll-ons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. After we're done, because I could ask you so many questions on this topic. I think people at home would be like, Elliot, stop, move on to the next thing. We'll talk more about it because that is truly fascinating to me. Like smell is a big
Sell
thing.
a lot of aromatherapy. Like I'm talking a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people know their stuff.
Yeah.
About aromatherapy. Yeah.
Smells to me are crazy just because like you can smell something and it triggers your memory and it'll take you back to when you were a kid.
It totally does. Yeah.
So it's something that is fascinating to me in regards to smells. So when I see you with all of the bottles mixing stuff, I'm like,
Yeah, I do love aromatherapy.
you could trigger some good memories.
Yes.
For sure.
And you can create emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you need to feel zen or peaceful, you can do that with aromatherapy, or if you need energy, or if you have headaches, and like you can do a lot with it. And so
Okay. So you're gonna make this house smell nice, is what you're telling me.
yes,
All right. There we go. Now you do some other services. What's the other service that you do?
I do live blood analysis.
That's what I wanted to see. Like, to explain this one to me, because I did a video with you a few years back on that.
Yes.
And I filmed it, but I didn't understand a word.
I know,
what
so
you
you
said.
need to come in and have it done.
There we go. Well, I've come in. I've got my eyes looked at by your mom.
Yeah.
That I got to be honest, and I said it to your mom. That was a life changer for me.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer of an experience. And it's funny. My mother, Pamela Pierre, hi mom. She came in and got that done like when I was a teenager, so years ago, with your mom. And after I got it done, my mom's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I did it. It changed my life when I did this." I'm like, "Why would you not share that with me?" She's like, "I don't know. I never really thought about it, but that is, if you haven't done that at home, that's one to do." So now with yours, what is your?
So live blood analysis is sort of the same idea. So you're basically taking a few drops of someone's blood and looking at it under a microscope. So it comes upon a monitor, so you can see your blood cells floating around. And I just explained to you what I'm seeing. So you can see if people have parasites or candida, or how their liver's functioning, their adrenal glands, all kinds of things show up.
Okay.
Deficiencies, thyroid stuff. So it's a good tool to let you know what you need to do to improve your health.
Okay. Yeah. How do you get the blood?
Prick your finger.
Prick the finger, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not taking vials.
No, it's just a few drops.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. If you've never seen that done before, people are sort of amazed. They're like, "Oh, that's my blood floating around." You see your little red blood cells, and you can, And so as I'm explaining everything that I'm seeing, then it's interesting for people because.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Okay, I'll come in and do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
Come in and do it.
I'll come and do
I'll
it.
give you a freebie.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we have a segment here called the Maxity Minute. This is a segment where Tanner's going to ask you a few questions. Best of luck to you. I have no idea what he's going to ask you.
Oh, great.
So Tanner, hit her with the Maxity Minute.
Question number 1. What is your favorite product in store?
Oh, that's not a fair question. I don't have one favorite product. I'm going to say thymus gland.
What's that?
It is for your immune system, and so it stimulates your thymus. And it also has zinc in it, which is great for your immune system. So that's probably my favorite herbal product right now.
There we go.
Question number 2. What is your most interesting memory from working at Mariana Lakes?
Oh my, I'm not answering that.
She's pleading the fifth.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, there we go. Next.
All right. Question number 3. What is your favorite part of working at a generationally owned business?
Oh, I do love it. It's so amazing, and I'm so blessed to do that. I get to work with my girls and work with my mother at the same time, and that is truly amazing. It's a gift.
What is your go-to fast food dessert?
I can honestly say I don't have one.
How's
I'm
that possible?
not kidding. No, I don't eat dessert.
We're going to talk next question. We'll dive into that a little deeper.
And your final question, what is your favorite aroma?
Oh, I'm going to say it's one of my blends. So it's not one aroma, but I think the Om Yoga is my favorite.
Those have been your 5 questions.
Okay.
So you don't eat dessert?
I'm not a dessert person. I've never been.
Like cookies, chips?
No.
Nothing?
No.
You just like...
Maybe chips the odd time in the summer for camping or something, but
Right.
I'm not a dessert person. I
Okay.
do not care for pastries or... Never have, not even when I was little.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Like, that's extra calories that you don't really need.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get them in other places.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, that is interesting. I don't love desserts per se. I'll eat them. I'll eat anything. I like eating food. But yeah, it's not one of those things that I have to have. But if it's around, I'll eat it. This kid is killing me. Can you go wide for a second, Tanner? With yeah. Can you see those? So this guy every day bakes fresh cookies for the guests that come in.
Really?
Yep. Then on like I think it's Wednesdays he's making croissants, and now he's decided that Fridays are what do you call Fridays now?
Cinnamon bun day.
Cinnamon bun Fridays. And then earlier in the week you made what are those blueberry
Scones.
Wow.
He's
a baker.
He's a baker. He's
Okay,
killing
I don't
me
like
though.
baking
I am
either.
not a baker. Pillsbury is a baker. I am going to put in the ovener.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's been baking for all the guests, but like I have no choice. It smells good every morning when I come into work. I'm like,
Well, I can't have gluten, so it's a good thing I don't like baking.
there you go. Yeah, I'm a horrible baker, but Tanner, he crushes it. He crushes it.
Shout out Pillsbury.
There you go. So now, if you don't like dessert, which okay, we've covered that. What kind of food do you like then? What's your go-to jam for food?
Literally, I'm a really healthy eater.
Okay,
I eat salad every day.
so salad.
Salad and
Okay.
meat. I'm a meat and salad person, meat and vegetables.
Okay, so what kind of meat? Like, are you putting meat in the
I like,
salad?
oh, sure. I
Okay.
like all kinds of meat. Every meat.
Okay,
Every meat, every vegetable, I will eat it.
all right. I like chicken. I like steak, but I've been making burgers lately myself. I don't know how to cook.
Oh.
I never really learned. Yeah, never really learned. But that's why I will literally eat anything. My mom at an early age said, "You don't want to learn how to cook, do you?" I'm like, "No, I don't." She's like, "Well, then anything that's put in front of you, you have to eat because you're choosing not
Deal.
to have the skill." So that's why literally you can put anything in front of me and I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. But I've been cooking burgers lately, and yeah, I'm getting pretty good at cooking burgers.
I had one. They slap.
Yeah, they do. Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate that. All right. So I know we're getting to the end of the show already. Tanner, how am I doing for time?
You have 2 minutes.
Oh, we got
Wow.
2 minutes. See, it flies.
It does.
People are like, oh, they get nervous before they come in, hence why you brought the spray for us. But the 20 minutes just zoom right by.
Yeah.
So before we cut you loose today, though, one shameless plug for yourself. Please tell everybody one more time who you are, where you work, how they can get in contact with you, how they can support your awesome local business.
Well, again, I'm Angela from Lifeforce. We offer food sensitivity testing, like blood analysis, iridology, health consultations, you name it.
You name it. And you sell jewelry and crystals, and everything else.
Anything spiritual, books,
Yeah.
anything to do with healing, body, mind, and soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love your
Yeah,
guys' store.
you
I
do.
love it. It's the best. Every time I go in there, I leave with a smile. I feel healthier because of you guys. Like, your store is definitely my favorite place to go in town.
Thank you. That's
Hands
amazing.
down. Yeah. So, on that note, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's another episode of the Maxity Morning Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Maxity Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.